What up, YouTube? Garcia88 here. At least that's my current name. I've actually been thinking about possibly changing my YouTube handle, YouTube name. Just a little something more, I guess, biker friendly or motorcycle friendly, or something that's more about what my channel is. Right now it's just A Garcia, which is my first last name, 88, day I was born. Anyways, year I was born. Anyways, I wanted to make a quick video real quick, guys, just to jump back on here. And I've been getting a lot of requests, not really requests, just some people have been asking me, you know, how did you start riding motorcycles? What got you into the two-wheel game? How long have you been riding? What are all the bikes that you have? All that good stuff. And I realized I don't really talk much about myself a lot. I used to back in my older Motovlogs, just kind of like updates on what was going on in my life personally, but wasn't really like motorcycle centric. So I want to make a quick video just to kind of talk about like kind of my journey into like the two-wheel game, how I got into Harleys and all that good stuff. So I don't want to make this video super long, so let's get right into it. So basically what all started it was I was into cars. I still am, but I used to have, you know, 240 SXs, the JDM cars. I still do. I have a 91 Mustang 5.0 GT that was my mom's. My dad has always been into cars growing up, so I've always been into cars. And when I was younger, I was into like the whole Nissan drifting scene. And I went to a car show one time and I saw these crazy little scooters, these little Honda scooters. And I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, the Honda Ruckus scene. And they were stretched out little scooters, 50 cc's. Some of them were bigger, 150 cc's. And I was like, man, I was blown away by it. I thought they were the coolest little thing, right? Like a little car or a little motorcycle that you can customize like a car and just kind of cruise around town, you know, not necessarily go places far with it, but just to kind of have a cool little car, little vehicle, you know. So I piqued my interest, and I ended up I think I want to say like within that same year I ended up buying a little Honda Ruckus, almost completely stock, and I kind of just went crazy on it. I, you know, swapped the engine out, 170 cc engine. It goes about 70 miles per hour is what I think I clocked it at one point. You could actually check my channel. I have like a couple videos of it from back in the day. Actually in 2023, I actually just did some work to it and got it running again. Unfortunately, it's not running as of right now again. Needs battery. So yeah, something I like to tinker with from time to time. I still have that. That was my very first two-wheel machine. And then what happened is that there's some dirt right here. Let me watch out for that. All right. Then what happened is that I had that thing for about 9 months or 8 months or whatever it is. And in California, if you have, you know, you can get your motorcycle permit and legally ride it on the street with some rules. But if you don't get your M1 by a certain time, you have to go get your permit all over again and do the test and all that dumb stuff with the DMV. So I was like, well, I guess I better get my motorcycle permit, or I'm sorry, my motorcycle license, right? If I'm gonna be, you know, riding around this little scooter. And then I thought about it. I said, well, shoot, if I'm gonna get my motorcycle license, why not get an actual motorcycle, right? What's it gonna hurt? Maybe a little commuter bike, something like that. Never did I think I was gonna buy a Harley or something like that. But anyways, so I ended up buying a 2001 Suzuki GX500. Now that was a little 500cc naked bike. It was a cool little bike, nice little starter bike. I think I got it for like $1,600 bucks, and I rode that thing for about 6 months while I got my motorcycle license. I did go to the motorcycle school, so I learned, you know, how to ride like legit. you know, from the classes. That way I could basically pass I don't have to do the course test thingy. So I did that, and then I drove that around for a while. Now what happened was I wanted a different bike. I fell in love with two wheels. I commuted on it, and I was like, all right, it's time for me to get something that I really like. And I know you're gonna think I'm crazy, but you probably even seen this on one of my older videos. I actually ended up buying a 2006 Suzuki Hayabusa, right? So 1300 cc's, one of the fastest production motorcycles ever made. A lot of people thought I was crazy going from a little starter bike to such a fucking powerful machine. But I've done a video on this before, but the Hayabusa, believe it or not, they're so big that bike is actually super easy to ride, super comfortable to ride. You know, you feel like, you know, you're in a big ass thing, you know, like as big as this, kind of, really, maybe even bigger, you know, but you just have control, right? And when if you get into a sticky situation, you could literally drop a gear and disappear, like they say. So, you know, that bike was super fun. I love that bike. But essentially what happened was I just kind of wasn't into the street bike stuff. You know, I was cool, it was fun, it was uncomfortable. It was comfortable for a street bike, but not for long rides. So I started looking at Harleys, and my buddy, he just picked up a Iron 883, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. It was all matte black, and I was like, bro, like, I've been wanting a Harley, bro, like, oh, I want to definitely get something like that. So I went to the dealership and bought a brand new 2014 Sportster 48, and that's kind of where I started actually motovlogging. So you can actually see a couple videos on my channel about that bike. Cool little Sportster, 1200. It was fast, nice, but at the end of the day, it was a Sportster, and we all know if you buy a Sportster and you want to do a lot of motorcycle riding, you're gonna eventually upgrade, right? So 6 months down the road, I ended up upgrading to my Dyna. That was my 2015 Dyna Street Bob, and that was kind of the bike that I had for the majority of the past 10 years. So I had that bike 2015. I sold it in 2024. So about 9 years I had that bike, and the only reason why I sold it is that I wanted to try something different. I wanted to play around with the new lowrider, with the new softail chassis, and I wanted to kind of get into you know, see what these guys are all about, you know, as far as the comfort and style and rideability and all that. And I ended up selling the Dyna, ended up getting this. This is my 2022 Lowrider S. I know it looks like an ST, but it's actually only an S. It looks like an ST because I put the Advan Black ST fairing on it. I honestly didn't want an ST because I don't like the rear saddles. I'll be honest with you, I don't like the bags. They look more like, to me they look too much like like one of those like adventure bikes, like from the back. From the side profile it looks cool, but from the back, to me it looks almost like with all that plastic in the middle, like you see like a big matte black piece of plastic in the middle of those bags. It reminded me of like clamshells from like an adventure bike, and I was like, and I did not like that look from the back. So I wanted a Lowrider S, and then I went ahead and did the color match Advan Black ST fairing on this. And I am still gonna do a walk around video of this bike. I know I've been saying I've been gonna do it. I've been actually getting a lot of requests for that. Some of the YouTube guys, but sometimes just some of my friends who see my posts, because I share on my personal, you know, vlogs and Instagrams and stuff. So, and people are like, oh bro, let me take a look at your bike. You know, some of the friends I have that don't live in the area. But anyways, that was my two-wheel journey. I've been riding now going on, let's see, I started riding in 2009. So yeah, so I'm going on, you know, it's 2025 now, so definitely well over, you know, 10 years, going on 15 years, and absolutely love riding, and I'm gonna keep doing it as long as I can. And if I can bring you guys motorcycle content on YouTube, I enjoy it. It's not like I'm trying to make a living off it, but you know, if I can, let's see where this takes me. And I wanted to really revitalize this channel when I got this this new bike here. But anyways, like I said, didn't want to make this video too long. I'm about to pull up to work, and just wanted to touch base with you guys and put something out there for the channel. If you guys have any questions, comments, tell me how you guys started riding, tell me what you guys ride. You know, if you got any things, any channels, share with me. I love watching other motorcycle content out there. But you guys have a great day, stay safe, you know, keep the rubber side down like they say, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.